to No Guilt, Just Growth. I'm Kristen Pomper, wife, coach, and corporate working mom of two. I help ambitious working moms stop running on empty and start building lives they're obsessed with, without the guilt or burnout. I'm on a mission to redefine what success looks like for moms, because one thing I know for sure, it's not about putting everyone else's needs above your own. If you're ready to stop surviving and start thriving, you're in the right place. Hey, hun. Welcome back to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we are talking about one of my favorite topics, which is habits. And if you're listening to this in early January and already feeling that quiet pressure creeping in, you know, that voice that says, okay, I should be doing better by now, then this episode is for you. Right around mid-January, really that second Friday of the year, it's called Quitter's Day. It's when most people, roughly 80%, quietly give up on the habits that they started with so much hope on New Year's Day. And I want to start by saying this clearly before we go any further. You are not quitting because you're lazy. You're not quitting because you lack discipline or motivation. You are quitting because the way habits are usually taught does not work for real life, especially for us working moms, which is why today we're going to talk about how to build habits and routines that actually stick, not just through white knuckling or motivation, but through systems that support you on your hardest days. Here's what usually happens in January. December ends and you feel this mix of relief and resolve. You think, okay, now I'm ready. Now I can focus on me. So you decide you're going to get back into workouts. You're going to start eating better. You're going to quit boozing. You're waking up earlier. You're becoming more patient, more organized. You're finally getting your shit together. And for a few days, maybe even a week, it feels good. And you begin to think, okay, I think I can actually maintain this. And then real life shows up. Your kid, who hasn't been at school or daycare for the last few weeks, returns to that germ fest. And now all of a sudden you've got a sick kiddo. And let's be honest, that cold is making its way around the entire household, yourself probably included. Or maybe you encounter a bad night of sleep, or work becomes an absolute shit show that requires longer nights or early mornings or both. Or life throws you a morning where everything goes sideways before 9 a.m. And suddenly that routine that you were starting to feel confident in now feels heavy, like a chore, like another thing you're reminded of that you're failing at. So you stop. And instead of questioning the plan, you question yourself. But here's what I've learned the hard way. Most habits don't fail because of a lack of motivation or discipline. They fail because they demand more energy than we actually have. Let me tell you something honestly. I am very capable of doing this wrong. I'm the queen of fresh start fantasy. The amount of times that I have said diet starts Monday is comical. And there have been so many Januaries where I told myself, this is it. I am locking in. And what does that mean? I tried to work out 6 days a week, meal prep perfectly, drink a gallon of water, journal, meditate, wake up early, be more patient, be more present, be more disciplined, all at once. And for about 5 days, I felt incredible. And then I crashed because I skipped the most important step. I skipped building capacity. I treated motivation like it was unlimited, and it's not. And if you're listening to this thinking, fuck, that's me, good. That means you're normal. It means you're human. Here's the belief that changed everything for me. If a habit only works when life is calm, it's not a good habit. As working moms, we don't need more ambition. We need habits that survive the chaos that is our life. And that's where micro habits come in. We've been taught that habits only count if they're impressive. But habits don't build change. Identity does. And identity is built through showing up, not intensity. This is where most people get it wrong, including me at first. Let's talk about the gym, because this is such a common one. Most of us say, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week. And here's what that actually requires. It requires energy and time and logistics and childcare coordination and motivation and decision making. That's a lot. So instead, imagine this. What if your only goal was to say yes to the smallest possible version of that habit? It might look something like this. On day 1, all you literally do is lay out your workout clothes. That's it. You don't go anywhere. You don't even break a sweat. Day 2, you put those clothes on. Still don't make it to the gym. Day 3, clothes and shoes. Day 4, clothes, shoes, and you sit in your car. Doesn't even move. Day 5, you drive to the gym parking lot and you leave. Day 6, you walk inside. Day 7, you do 5 minutes and then you go home. And here's the part I really want you to hear. You don't fail if you don't work out. You succeed because you showed up to the identity. You become someone who moves her body consistently without pressure. That's how habits stick. Another thing that changed everything for me, especially as a working mom, was this idea. You don't need more time. You need fewer decisions. The amount of tabs we have open in our minds at any given time is mind-boggling. So don't recreate the wheel. Stack the new habit you want to stick to a habit that already exists. Let me walk you through how this looks in real life. When it comes to your health, instead of I'm going to start eating perfectly, try before coffee, I drink 1 glass of water. Coffee is probably something that you do every single morning. Stack a healthy habit, drinking 1 glass of water before you have coffee. Or stack it onto brushing your teeth. It's not sexy, but it works. As it relates to the household, instead of I'm going to keep the house spotless, try I will unload 1 section of the dishwasher while my coffee brews. This is what I actually do, not a full reset, just momentum. In your marriage, instead of we need date nights every single week, try 1 genuine expression of appreciation after brushing your teeth for the evening. I notice when I do this, the tone of the entire evening shifts. Connection doesn't need to be these big sweeping moments. It just needs to be consistent. With the kids, instead of I need to be more present, try 5 minutes of phone-free attention right after dinner. That's it. It doesn't require this extravagant craft or baking cookies or even playing a game, just presence. Or at work, instead of I need to be more productive, what if you tried before I close my laptop, I'll write tomorrow's top priority. Here's the truth I think most people won't say. Habits fall apart when they start feeling like punishment. If your routine makes your life harder, it's not a discipline problem. It's a design problem. Habits should support your life, not compete with it. I want to give you permission to stop trying to fix everything at once, because that instinct, the urge to overhaul your whole life, doesn't come from ambition. It comes from exhaustion. When you've been holding a lot for a long time, it makes sense to want relief everywhere. So you try to fix your energy, your routines, your patience, your body, your marriage, your house, your mindset, all at once. But here's the truth most people won't say out loud. You don't build stability by changing your whole life. You build it by mastering 1 small thing, and then another, and then another. And by the way, mastering doesn't mean doing it perfectly. It means doing it consistently enough that it starts to support you back. Let me give you an example of what this actually looks like in real life. Instead of I'm getting my health back on track, what if the only thing that you focused on was I am going to start going to bed 30 minutes earlier? This 1 shift has a ripple effect. It improves your energy, your patience, your mood, your motivation, not because it's dramatic, but because it's foundational. You master sleep first, then you stack movement, then nutrition starts to feel easier. 1 small thing at a time. Here's the key. You don't need to improve everything to feel better. You just need 1 area of stability. Then 1 thing starts working, your nervous system settles, your confidence grows, your capacity expands, and then, only then, you add another. And that's how real change lasts. So if you've already slipped this year, if you feel tempted to quit, if January isn't unfolding the way you imagined, you haven't failed. You just need a system that fits your real life. So start small, be gentle with yourself, start where you are, and trust that consistency, not perfection, is what creates lasting change. I hope this episode resonated with you. I hope it gave you a little encouragement and permission to give yourself some grace. If it resonated with you, send it to another working mom who might need this reminder that she is not failing. I hope you have an incredible week, and I will see you in the next episode.